aggressive sellers failed in this region. So this zone was aggressive sellers failing. A ton of aggressive sellers failed, which means buyers were in control. They were responsible for driving price up. Right. Just to finish off bid and ask, how do you read it, right? So we have a left number and a right number. If I break down this candle here, this was the initial peep. We see set 0 for 70, right? So the left number is the bid, the right number is the ask, right? The bid is the aggressive sellers, the ask is the aggressive buyers. So the left number is sellers aggressively, the right hand side is the buyers, aggressive buyers. These are what we call market buyers, right? So they're going in with market prices. So the way you want to interpret this in your head is if you look at 0 for 70, it means at this price, so this was around 67.33, there was no aggressive buyers, right? Sellers. There were no market participants hitting the bid. There were no market participants going in with market prices to sell. So at this time, whatever it was, must have been around 11 a.m. Eastern. At this price, there were no market participants hitting the bid. However, there were 70 hitting the ask. There were 70 market participants hitting the ask at that price, right? 70 contracts to buy at 67.33, which is where my entry was that day. Okay, so that's a quick kind of rundown on the bid and the ask, but you don't want to overcomplicate this and think there are too many numbers to look at, right? This is how simple the entry model is. So if I kind of bring this diagram over, what's going on here, quite interestingly, is that we held a supply, we broke supply here, and we come into this level and we hold as demand to drive price higher. So in this entire process, what's going on is we see passive sellers failing. So here we have passive sellers failing, and here we had the aggressive sellers also failing. So if both of these fail, that means your only option is to buy. So that's how order flow is used with ICT fair value gaps, to find key level entries using order flow.